mood swings. She thinks animals are vibrating. It's just a stupid piece of technology. Ah, no, this'll be a big challenge. But I'm gonna steal your girlfriend. I'm gonna steal your girlfriend. I'm gonna steal your girlfriend. I'm gonna steal your girl. I'm gonna steal your girlfriend. I'm gonna steal your girlfriend. I'm gonna steal your girlfriend. I'm gonna steal your girl. I'm gonna steal your girlfriend. I'm gonna steal your girlfriend. I'm gonna steal your girlfriend. I'm gonna steal your girl. Your girl. I know how it works to steal your girlfriend. I know how it works to steal your. Everybody needs to start their own fire. Everybody needs a riot of their own. Everybody needs to be something that they are not. Everybody needs to go it alone. Living so free is a tragedy when you can't be what you wanna be. Living so free is a tragedy when you can't see what you need to see. And all the time spent hanging on to anything, and all the time spent knowing that they're wrong, and all the time wasted stolen back innocent. You won't get a second more, so move it along. Living so free is a tragedy when you can't be what you wanna be. Living so free is a tragedy when you can't see what you need to see. Living so free is a tragedy when you can't be what you wanna be. Living so free is a tragedy when you can't see what you need to see. Wishing and hoping and thinking it's you who's got this all under control. Never a minute has passed you all by when they haven't invaded your soul. It's not something you can hold. It's not something you own. It's not something you can buy or steal. You got it when you're alone. Being free is a tragedy when you don't know yourself. Being free is a tragedy
There we go. Let's see. Aw. Well, if you want, you can always recruit for me. If you want, they can always watch and learn the fights in here.
Did you get enough flasks?
That's a good idea. They can progress through me and my raid team. Learn the fights so that it's easier for you.
Hello?
Trash.
I have... There's a bunch of flasks here.
I have like 2 stamina and 3 strength I can give, but nothing else.
I need 3 strength.
I got you.
No, I do.
Fine.
I mean, it's fine. We'll
Um,
need them. We'll need them again next
Dixie,
week.
I sent you Swift. I tried to at
You
least.
both get flasks.
No. Just only one.
Swift should be here any minute now too in this thing. Yeah, Swift is a good
You
guy.
guys need to get together.
Melee. I don't know about that. I don't know. Oh wow. Yeah, let's see. I don't even know what my group count is right now. Oh, you're half DPS rep paladin. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know how much they count. They're good though on the last boss.
Trash is so chill.
Hey Drunk, how's it
Are
going?
you asleep?
Hmm?
Are you asleep?
No?
Did you say the trash was so chill?
No, I said it
Oh,
had so much health. I mean, it could be chill too. Well, they all have like a billion health, it just takes forever. And they don't do anything either.
It could be worse.
It could be dogs that run around and don't even sound the tank.
It could be bonus trash.
It could be bosses that randomly go out to eat.
Pretty sure there are bosses that use as much health as some of these trash mobs.
I miss Tyrant Trash. I want that again.
Yeah?
Yeah, man, those were the good times.
Well, if you guys can't raid tonight, you can always progress through me. You can raid by curiously or whatever. I don't know what that is.
when in 5 years they bring
don't know.
back whatever it's called, time walking for that dungeon.
Yeah. I don't know. Just raid through me. Saves you votes or something.
So it pulses multiple times over a span of multiple seconds. If I'm assuming you're talking about the people who had the fire dog, right?
Yeah, we were at the fire dog. Yeah.
So really what you want to do is you want to be stepped up in like a single clump, and then as soon as you see the red swirlies underneath you, then you want to step just to the outside edge of it. So if we do it really well in terms of just getting the first basically ones explode, then we move out of it. We wait for the next ones to explode. We move
Yo,
out of it. So it's just a
Boppins.
little bit each time. What's happening is if people move too far, then we basically just take up a lot more space. If that makes sense.
How's it going?
Does polarity shift at time or percent? Have we figured that out?
It's I don't know. I saw some logs where it looked like it was at 230 and others where it was at 2. So I don't know if it's one or the other.
That's good, that's good. You can load me up again tonight, Boppins. Two tonight.
Can I get someone to stand on the blue marker?
Okay, that was the red button. I'll turn multi-look off now. So you guys gonna progress and just watch this tonight, then Boppins? We're in the fight. And then have you seen
Okay, let's pull.
Swift at all? Yeah, just message me.
3, 2, 1.
A fire dog.
Who's in Yak? Everyone's following Yak. This is corruption stack up, and flame guys have to move.
So we have opposite debuffs that time.
That's weird.
Warning.
Just run out if you get the debuff.
Like a mix.
Stay up for fears. Get your shit out. Just get it out.
Thank you, Boppins, for loading me up.
If we can move the dogs slightly closer together when we get a moment during this movement.
And now we have 3 plays.
Okay, let's go again. I mean, do you want me to just put do you want me to make a circle? Would that be beneficial?
I think what we're doing is fine.
I think it's time.
We'll start with the plants.
Time for
'cause
Prades.
We want to have like enough range so they're still spread, but like everybody can hit everything.
Can I get someone to can I get someone to move? Where's your volunteer? Yeah, I can do it. Yeah, can still. Keep walking closer. Okay, go back. A little bit more. So that's like 25 yards right there. So now go basically to your far right, like 90 degrees.
What were the other square markers for? Like the big square.
I don't know. I was just trying to give range markers. I think if you kind of try to keep the dogs around the outside of this, it probably should work out.
Fine. I assume that the square you made before was what you wanted them inside of.
I mean, it's basically it should give like a decent circle, and you just cut on that, so like the raid will try to be sort of on the line made by the circle of these markers, I think.
Okay.
Go do a raid check.
Not a piece.
So demanding.
What's the teleport the dog does?
Which teleport?
I don't know. I got teleported in front of the boss and they like one-shot me.
So mechanic.
If the tank gets hit, if the tank has shadow and gets hit by the wrong element, it does a death grip onto the tank.
Gotcha.
The tank is the only one who should be in the wrong element.
It'll happen occasionally, depending on tank debuff. So you just gotta jump back to the group.
So the most dangerous part definitely feels like the fire AoE, the shadow AoE on the fire group, and that's gonna happen whenever the shadow dog is at 100 energy. So that's Siphon Corruption.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
also
competence.
hopefully will make it so that the healers in the other group can also help out and heal on the other group. The shadow group, you basically take 25% less damage from the element you have of. So like, we definitely like when we're doing Siphon Corruption, if you're in shadow group, as long as you're stacked up, you probably just don't need a lot of stuff. So let's try it out with this. I would say start at orange and purple, something like that.
2, 1.
Fire dog?
Shadow.
Okay, stack up, please. Stack up the moon, stack up the moon. Moving now. Stack up again. Moving again. Moving again. Moving again. Moving again. Okay, good job.
can do it.
Back on me.
Get out with this.
Yeah, do res me, please.
Get that shot.
Siphoning again. Take up a moon. Remove. Take up a moon. Remove. Remove.
I think Shadow Dog needs to move.
He was channeling. Your original fire is here.
Yeah, I see that.
Can you guys place it tighter as you go?
I mean, you could do it on the outside edge.
Oh, I'm just wondering if it could be tighter.
Okay, let's go again. You can try to do like a zigzag across the back of the boss.
Yeah, just try to convince them, because I'm guessing they do disappear, right?
It lasts for a while.
It just seems like we got there a little. So, I don't know if you can move the boss less or condense the fire stacks better.
It lasts 2 minutes.
If we moved up against the wall, it might give us a bit more space too.
I think what you're doing is fine, just you run them out.
We'll just make a zigzag pattern behind the dogs, so the dogs won't move quite as much. We'll just basically fill it in. So we'll start basically on the outside edge of the dog's back leg. So I think it'll always be, if we're going the same direction, it'll always be the right leg, and then you just move to the left, then forward, to the right, then forward. So you're just doing a zigzag. Which is easy if I'm on that side, because I can put the marker on me and I'll go exactly where I say. The question is just if someone else gets it.
Are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm good.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fire dog.
Sure.
Charge then when you stack up. Stack up on moon. Good move. Stack real tight, come on. Stack tight. Move to the left, so you take the damage. Wait. Move to the left again. Move forward. Move to the right. Come on guys, stack up tighter. Move up.
Oops.
Get out of here inflamed. You can stay out, you don't need to get. Just dodge the stuff. All these flame patches are because people just ran into the shadow orb. That's why we paused them.
Stack.
3 people in each one, quick. We're going to have another fire patches stack up on moon. Move to the right. Gonna move forward after this. Just wait. I think we're having an overlap there of something.
Is the shadow on fire?
I think it's the fire. Do it again.
Wanna wipe?
I want it again. I think that second one is having.
Yeah, on Shadow we get both.
Touch. I think that's what's happening.
Well, in Shadow Slam it is stack and then spread.
Yeah, and then stack again, exactly. But I think they have like the opposite of that, don't they?
Yeah, do you guys have spread, stack, spread?
Well, the abilities are always happening at the same time. The abilities are happening to the whole raid. So like Siphon is happening on both sides of the room. It's not just happening on us. It's just a matter of sometimes later on during the fight, the abilities overlap. Like the first Siphon doesn't have any other ability overlapping it, but the second one I believe has a Molten Flame plus a Siphon or Molten Touch.
Yeah, because that's what we're doing with too.
I think that's why people die, because the fireballs were going and we didn't see that there was like already shit under the feet. So that one is definitely the most dangerous point so far. The first one, the movement was great. It was fine. Sorry, what?
So I was gonna say, so for the second one on Shadow, we stack for Siphon, and then there's a bunch of fire pools under us. We spread, and then we immediately stack back up. What do you have to do on the fire side for that second one?
The fire side is going to take the shadow damage. They're going to take shadow damage from the Siphon, which they need to stack up for, and that grips them together and deals a bunch of extra damage. They just have to make sure that they're moving a little bit if there's swirls under their feet.
Okay.
Are we having to use any major cooldowns for the first Siphon?
No, not really.
Okay. It's really, really important for. So basically, how this is going to work is for the fire dog. For the fire dog, when you are fire touched, the only shadow damage we should be taking the entire fight should be from the Siphon Corruption. The Weight of Darkness, which is the stack up so that you don't get feared, does not deal any damage whatsoever. And then the orb that spins slowly across and then sucks you in will deal damage to you. So if that's going to pretty much come right after the Siphon Corruption, and it pretty much takes a point at the dog. So as soon as you see that Siphon, what we can do is we can just move the dog an additional like 15 yards away from that big purple swirly, and that way we can get far away from it. But we want to make sure that we're not putting any pools down, and we just have to fight against it. Okay? Don't take any shadow damage if you're fire, please.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Shadow Dog.
Someone here?
Hero? We're not doing that.
This is Siphon, stack up.
Don't zone her up or not.
Dodge the sphere.
Get the fuck out of dodge. Oh my god.
Let's do it again.
I know it's just like the first couple pulls, but if you're on fireside, you really gotta pick it up fast, okay? Once you see the fire, just move to the left. And we all have to move together to soak the siphon. That's all. It's that simple. Just don't get caught. Yeah, Flame Touch is hard mode, but I mean, you can't like rely on this RNG for you to perform well on this fight.
Well, we're all gonna get both, aren't we? Like,
yeah, and you're gonna get swaps anyways, so you guys gotta learn.
It's fine. We'll just.
do you know if you can get swapped to the same thing again, or did everyone switch last time? When we got to like 50% or 2 minutes or whatever.
I think you can have the same one.
Oh, okay.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Coming for Shadow Dog.
Kill us.
We're gonna have Molten Touch first, and then we're gonna move to the right leg. Stack up on Moon. Siphon. We're gonna move to the left first. Move now. You gotta wait. Wait. Move now. Up. Move to the right. Come on, guys. You're moving poorly. I already went over this. Just find fucking Moon and stack up on Moon. People are moving way too early. You're gonna drop stuff after this, try to stack up and get to the edge, outside edge. Get Get up the healer. We're gonna have fear next.
Stuck him in.
Good job. We're gonna have Siphon again. Stack up. We're gonna move to the left first. Move to the left now. Move forward. Move to the right. Move forward. Gonna drop shit.
Stuck him in. No one else in the circle.
Can get Cam up.
No, we don't have a res. Let's do it again.
I can only move so fast. Someone needs to step in it.
What? Was there other stuff going on at that point?
We had the little flame thing. The one that pulls, that grips you. I think we were spreading for that.
The pulse one, you mean?
Yeah. Maybe? I think so.
The Empress must be too far away.
So one thing that I saw that happen poorly, at least for the first time, was people were moving too early. You should basically be putting your camera face up, and then you need to look, and as soon as you see red on your feet, that's when you move. What was happening is I was standing here, I was waiting, and then someone moved over here, someone moved over here, and we had an entire long line. And then after that, it just went to shit. If you move early, you're gonna fuck this over. So for the most part, when we have the overlap of the what was that, the second inflame, right? Yeah, we're good. For the second inflame corruption plus weight of darkness, we need to make sure that that melee don't go too far. They're responsible for soaking the tanks, and then range pretty much just find like find the one or two people that have the weight and make sure to just be in the circle. You don't necessarily need to be all stacked up on top of them, but just near the circle. Let's do a counter and go.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Who's a melee on the red dog? Slamson?
Yep.
Okay, Slamson's stack point. Can have Molten Touch first. Dodge the swirlies and then move to the back far right leg of that dog. Stack up. Fire group. Watch your feet. Move. Wait. Move. Wait. Move forward. Wait. Move to the right next. Good job. He's going to do the consuming sphere next. Okay, move the dog about 15 yards away from this.
Fire dog cannot use channeling.
That's fine. Just make sure when the sphere gets there, it's going to explode.
We need to stack that fire thing too, right? Or can we not?
You never stack the fire.
I mean, stack
Stack
that.
up the weight, just a few people. The gaze is out. We're going to have second siphon corruption. You're going to want to do the same thing, except there's going to be fireballs after the second explosion under your feet. Siphon corruption. Consuming sphere. Move another 15 yards away. We're gonna have Inflame Corruption next, and this is gonna be Weight of Darkness. We need to get out, but make sure that we're not getting feared.
Check your debuffs.
Debuffs change.
Stack.
Stack for weight. Quick.
Make clinic.
Shadow grip, you gotta do that. We're gonna have a Siphon Corruption soon, and a Desolate Gaze. And the right leg. Back up on me. If you don't have that, fixate. Moving up, move up. Stack again, move to the left. Stack and move up. Move to the left. Move up. Move to the right. Okay, we're clear. Sphere is coming, move the other dog 15 yards. the boss for 5 seconds or wiping the raid, what do you think is the better option? Was it I mean, like, the tanks moved the dogs away a little bit, but we shouldn't move and follow the dogs when we have that ability when we're trying to basically survive it. And it's really deadly, and the fact that by us moving preemptively is something that I talked about 3 wipes ago. Let's go again.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fire now.
Fire.
Yeah.
Molten Touch first, stack up Shadow. Move out of the way. Siphon Corruption. Serene Sphere and the Inflame Corruption. Make sure you're not close to where that sphere is going to explode. Weight of Darkness, and then Desolate Gaze, the take those away from the group. Good job. We're gonna have another Siphon now. This is gonna be the Siphon coming with the fireballs under your feet.
I want a marker on me. Alright, stack up.
Fireballs are coming now. Move your feet, move your feet. Stack back up, Shadow Group. Get up the healer. Instantly sphere dodge it. We're gonna have Inflame Corruption again. This is the debuffs you need to run out, and we're gonna have a Weight of Darkness.
Hey Swift, how's it going?
Wait. Step up. Prevent the fear, prevent the fear. Okay, good job, get out.
Check your debuff.
Debuffs.
Hey Spec, how's it going?
Fire Asher.
Yeah, I'm good. We'll have Desolate Gaze, and then a Siphon Corruption.
Spock,
Take the
Spock,
fires
that's
away
what I meant,
from the
not
group,
Spec.
and then we're gonna have to stack back up. So don't go too far group. Don't go too far. Siphon Corruption, move back in. Now move forward. Moving to the right. You're gonna move forward. You're gonna move to the left. Moving to the left.
Yeah, I'm good right now.
Good job.
It's asking Ashley.
Away from the sphere. 15 yards. Stack back up. Get up on a
This
lightning.
Pikachu.
Stack up behind the dog. Wait soon.
Warning. Warning.
That was a pretty solid attempt.
I don't know how much this will help, or if it, look, you know when like the big shadow orbs flying across the room and it connects? Wherever someone's standing, like it's dropping fire. So can we position ourselves better when that hits, so there's not fire all over the place?
So if there's nothing else going on, you probably want to just move it away.
Like I'm standing at the
From it.
side of time.
Like to the outside is fine. You definitely want to get away from the orb though, because it deals damage if you pass through it when you're stuck in, which is I think people are doing a good job with staying away from it, from the fire group anyways. But when it hits the sort of the detonate point, it does do a burst of damage. It does 1 million shadow damage plus additional damage depending upon how close you are to it. So like realistically, we needed to make sure that people are sort of towards the outside edge of the room, and if we can stack up at that point, we should just stack up at that point again. You just need to move to the group. Because you're going to be... you don't want to get feared. So as long as people are sort of on the outside edge of it, yeah, I mean, they're going to take the damage, but it's 1.5 million damage. So as long as we're not completely stacked up, as long as we have a few people who don't have inflamed with it, the people who don't have inflamed should be the ones soaking the weight of darkness when that overlaps. And if you get both of them, then you do want to be close to the group so that you don't get feared. And it'll just be like it'll be like hopefully no more than, I don't think tanks can get the inflamed. But I think it'll be like at most, a 1 or 2 hit.
You have to dodge 5 times it for fireside, right?
What was your question?
If we're on fireside, we have to move 5 times, right?
Well,
seems like it.
For which ability? For the siphon?
The fire dodge.
The siphon with the pulsating fire dodge.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 times for the first one, probably 6 for the second, because you also have the orb, the thing where someone gets shut up in the air and then they shoot out the fire dodge.
Alright, okay.
Open touch always overlaps the second inflame, second corruption.
Yeah, just Asha, I'm just curious. So when you're dodging the fire, do you go left 3 times and then cut back to the middle? Because I fucked it up once because I thought we were always moving left, and I don't want to do that again. So
normally, if we did it perfectly, if the dog's like at moon, I would start here. I would just say left. I would say left. I would say forward. I would say right. I would say right. I would say forward, and that would be 6.
Okay.
And then pretty much after that, towards the end of that, right before the, what's going to happen is you're going to have I think you're going to have at some point is going to overlap of the vacuum orb. So ideally what you should do is probably just move into here and then take boss right there. But like move in front of the boss and over here, so you're far enough away, and so you drop your things against this wall, and then the tank will be sort of towards purple, and then the dog will just run. You know, once you're done the channeling, the dog will run from like the place there. All the fires will be back here, and they won't be in the middle of the room as much. We're going to dodge the multi-touch, then move to the right. And then we have Siphon. Dodging to the right. Back up for Siphon. That was not the right. Siphon's going out. We're going to move to the left first. Move now. Wait. Move now. Someone move too far. Stack back up. Moving to the right. Back up again. Moving to the right. Moving forward. Good job. It's over. We're gonna have Sphere and Inflame. We're gonna want to get away from this point. Make sure against the edge, because once this thing hits, it's going to drop a pool. We're gonna have Wait soon. Gaze.
Second one.
Make
I
sure
do?
everyone has the Wait stacked.
Why do I need to reset?
The Gaze out. Your Fire Dog, if you can, find a way to the outside of the room. Good job. We're gonna have another
I
Siphon.
already have my sub up. Like it's.
Attack back up on Moon. Quick, Moon.
My $4 one just expired, but my $10 one's still going.
Wait. Go now. Wait. Go now. I'm Molten Touch. Move again. Move forward.
Start.
Good recovery.
Shadow Wolf.
Let's move the dog away. Moving away from the orb. Outside edge of the room. And then move and stack up again. For Wait. And Inflame. This is going to be the hard one for the Shadow group. If you're too far, stack back up if you have Wait.
Stack on the tank priority.
Back out.
Okay, check your debuffs.
Check your debuffs.
I'm Fire Asha.
We can have Gaze and Siphon Corruption. Make sure to point the gazes away from the group, but don't go too far, because we're going to have Corruption after this. Don't go too far. Corruption, stack up.
Alright, just try to get on me.
Get up the healer. We're gonna have Sphere soon. And then we're gonna have Molten Touch. Someone got Molten Touch, watch your feet. We're gonna have a Fear again.
Stack a
Move out with the Inflame.
compare scars, I'll tell you whose is worse than luck. Sun write these pages, replace them with the
Siphon Corruption, stack up again.
Moving blue.
Yep. The gaze is out of the grip.
Can you mark Reckon?
Hey, how's it going, real angry?
Dodge the touch. We're gonna have
You having a
fear
good day?
next.
Excellent. Never mind.
Siphon Corruption and Inflamed. Yeah.
That's brutal.
Moving a lot farther though.
Yeah, how do you do with that?
I don't know
Just
yet.
cooldowns? Okay.
I think honestly people may have killed it before this point.
Got it. What are we at?
6 minutes.
I don't know, some of the prices I was saying were like 5-minute kills, but like you said, it's people have done this in PDR and stuff, so. I mean, I am seeing 6-minute kills, so it's not.
I think people just do that. I think people just kill it beforehand.
Yeah, because that seems like kind of like a little soft and rage, maybe.
Yeah, I mean I think that overlaps with Noctis.
Yeah.
I mean you
I
probably
feel
can
like
survive it if you have
spending. I just use my Switch Prime on them. Gotta save money now.
potentially if we just all grouped up in the middle of the room and had a link and a barrier.
Save money for Christmas time.
And all our cooldowns, we could survive it.
Man, we had a lot of people that, didn't we, at that point?
We had a fair amount. I think as we get better used to the movement and whatnot, we can keep the dogs a bit closer at all times and allow top classes to dot both of them up.
Did you drop the second cauldron?
Yeah, I think you said that.
Swift, you want to toss some songs in for me? Whatever you feel like.
Cauldron's right here.
Where's this cauldron at?
Now, are people dying just because of the raid-wide damage, or are they still fucking up and dying?
Well, on Fireside, Asha was like, we're moving left, and then people would move right, so that's not great.
I mean, there was like, I think the third or fourth combination where it was a Siphon Corruption, and then we also had a Molten Touch, and I got lifted up. So I was just stationary in the air for a few seconds while everyone was like trying to figure out where to move to next. So that was, I imagine, the source of some challenges. I mean, it looks like most of our deaths are coming from Siphon, for the most part. Mel died from the Consuming Obliteration, so I think he was just a bit too close to the orb. Lysine died to Inflamed.
It was during the Weight and Inflamed overlap.
Yeah.
So I was like right in the middle and got triple stacked.
Yeah, I mean, most people are dying to the siphoned damage and then all the other overlap. I mean, we can't have perfect RNG and have me on the fire dog the entire time.
Okay. Time for the kill.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're gonna have Molten Touch first, after that we're gonna move to the right. And then Siphon. Stack up for Siphon. Move to the left. Move to the left. Move forward. Moving to the right. Move forward.
Warning. Warning.
Stack back up for weight. And go through the fires. Sell the sphere for like another 5 seconds. We're gonna have Siphon again. Stack up. Moving to the left. Wait for it. Move to the left. Gonna move to the left again. Moving forward. To the right. Move forward. Clear. Be on the outside of the room. We're gonna have inflamed weight. Don't go too far.
Warning.
Back up. Use your personals if you need to. Good job, now get out. You have the debuff. Choke your debuff. I don't have high anymore.
Sorry. Who's firing melee?
We're gonna have Desolate Gaze. And we're gonna have Siphon, I believe. Desolate Gaze and Siphon. Let's move out, but not too far. Second corruption, move back in after this. Do your best to follow, yeah. Move to red. Move to orange. Don't want to get too close. We're gonna have fear soon.
Someone needs to be on me.
Inflame. Debuffs. We're gonna have Siphon Corruption soon. Attack up for Corruption. Freezes out. Get the healer up. Dodge the orb. Move the shadow dog to yellow.
Shadow dogs are like 12%.
We need a hard swap ranged.
Ranged go on the fire dog.
I can like soul the shadow dog.
Multi-touch, dodge your feet, watch your feet. We have fear.
Back on me, Zach. Need you.
Yeah, I'm right.
Shadow dogs at 6.
The other one?
They're only
They're
health.
equal. We're good. Siphon corruption, stack up. So use all your personals, use all the healing. Battle is the healer.
Nice.
Good job.
That was kind
What was that?
It was kind of fun.
That was the overlap of both siphons.
Yeah, that's
So
that
16
bullshit
minutes
right
is-
there.
Yeah. Did anyone get the mount?
First time I fell in love.
Even though I'm young,
That's all that matters.
the girl I'll be with forever.
Not fight as AIDS as a mage.
She wasn't in it
Just
for a
to
while.
put it out
I
there.
think his AIDS is a tank.
This fight is just kind of AIDS.
What do you want us to do about the relics now?
Just be so if do your best to vote on them as you would. So I think what we want to do is if it's not going to be 100% upgrade for you, you should be rolling Crucible. That means that everyone's rolling Crucible because the basically the standard deviation of what it could roll is so high, then I'll readjust sort of the voting pin, the voting buttons for you all to at least sort of give us a little bit more information. But try your best. Put in a note, like, you know, say something, but you know, if I see something where it's like a high item level upgrade for someone, I'm assuming that will be an upgrade regardless of the Crucible.
Which one do we want to take a picture in front of?
Oh yeah, you have to do this beforehand.
Can we all stand right here and down and get pictures?
Maybe.
Let's just F1, I think.
I say.
Oh, the fire one just disappeared.
Oh, yep, shadow.
Our decision for us.
What are we doing in front of it?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna loot the dog, I learned yesterday.
Yeah, don't do it.
Let me get the sparklers in the background.
Yeah,
Someone
it
back.
needs to summon back.
Let me put that off to the side. Pause it.
Sorry.
Ruined everything.
This is just gonna be our thing. We're just terrible taking pictures.
It's really resonating on the website. You're just ashamed of them.
I mean, I set up an entire photo album with rotating stuff. Can we get rid of the warlock thing or anything else? Okay, 3, 2, 1.
running through my mind, driving me wild. I'm chasing every ship along the way.
Can I bother someone for a mailbox?
I love to make it so everything waves behind. Don't you see the mind? Heart is open wide. Make room for you inside. And there you go. There you go. There you go. Oh, I've got high river.
Thank you.
Rush like a river. Makes me shiver. Holding on to you. I'm no dreamer. But you're kind of keeper. Make me shiver. Holding on to you.
Can I get a summon, please?
Stay.
I'm with you on this ride, with nothing left to hide. You give me something that I can't deny. No, we won't fade away, 'cause I need you to stay. So hold me close until the break of day. Don't you see the mind? Heart is open wide. Make room for you inside. And there you go. There you go. There you go. Oh, I've got high river. Rush like a river. Makes me shiver. Holding on to you. I'm no dreamer. But you're kind of keeper. Make me shiver. Holding on to you.
Did you get the summon lightning? Click.
I'm here.
I think it's maybe range. Oh no, it's melee as well. It can be melee as well. It's not too bad, yeah.
You two stuck together.
We kill the portals.
Can you cleave them on the portals?
Oops. Move together. Can you move the big guy up on the ramp?
Nice.
Okay. It's coming up soon.
Do we get an achievement for this boss?
Now I'm gonna miss it.
How'd you make it?
Barely did.
So on my screen, the elevator is way up in the sky. You all just like disappeared, and then the elevator hit the floor, and you're up there. Now you're all walking off. I'm still going up.
Why are you lagging?
Some mic problems?
Yeah.
Just maybe.
I got real shit to stress about, girl. I ain't worried about shit. Remember that I tried to build you. Now I ain't worried about shit. I got real shit to stress about, girl. I ain't worried about shit. Remember that I tried to build you. Now I ain't worried about shit. I found me a new thing. Got plenty of queens in my hometown.
I'm gonna drop a codex. Do stuns work on the ads? Do stuns work on the ads? I forget.
No. Nope.
Yep.
I'm not certain if we need a 2 or 3 or 4 person rotation for each pod. Not super long. I think it's gonna be 5 minutes.
I got real shit to stress about, girl. I ain't worried about shit. Remember that I tried to build you. Now I ain't worried about shit. I got real shit to stress about, girl. I ain't worried about shit. Remember that I tried to build you. Now I ain't worried about shit. I found me a new thing. I'm not as lost as you think. Got plenty of queens in my hometown. All they need is drinking that day. So I found me a new thing. I'm not as lost as you think. Got plenty of queens in my hometown. All they need is drinking that day.
So, pretty much the important part of this fight is that you cannot hit the mines on the ground. You have to do your best not to hit them, or else they do stacking damage, and it's yucky. For melee, pretty much when we get the bombs, we're just gonna run to basically the left or the right side of the room. Like right here, you get stunned and then you go back. For the ranged, if you're spread out, if you're basically by yourself, you can just get stunned by yourself. But if you need to move to the outside if that's possible. If you're right in the middle, you know, it just makes more sense for like one range to move away from you rather than you running across the entire set. Then that's fine as well. Kind of just have to recognize who gets the debuff. So I'm gonna assign 3 people to each pod. I'm gonna put the healers in the first pod. We'll see how that goes. Is there anyone who would rather go in the second engineer pod?
I would. I know how to do it, yeah. You just rotate them, right?
That's for the beacons. Yeah, you can put one beacon down where we are at, and then one beacon at the other, and then one beacon. I think you need 3 at each side.
Is there any place you'd like them to be dropped in particular?
Just like behind the boss, like near the marker where we take the bosses.
Okay.
Anyone who want to be in the general pod, the third one? Okay, I'm just gonna assign people. I don't know yet. The debuff, it lasts forever on Mythic. You can only go into the pod once and only once. Okay, we're gonna do this order. And we'll try this. I don't know if we need 3 or 4 people. I hope we don't need more than 4, honestly. If you have a mic and you're in a thing, call up for 5 seconds when you think you're gonna be getting out. We actually have a weak aura. I don't know if my weak auras work yet to actually know how many stacks you have for the pod effectively. Or is it still just kind of like look at your hit points and when it gets scary, jump out?
Get a feast.
Yes, of course. Enjoy my tofu.
I have no idea what just happened. Let me see if I can fix Streamlabs. Thank you, the last King Jeff. No idea why that's not popping up now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Move the boss a little bit closer, please.
Thank you.
Shock grenades going
Yeah,
out.
normally it pops up in chat. Up there,
Go this Shrike.
it's just really delayed.
Go the Shrike. Melee, you need to be positioned so you can cleave them both down. These bats.
Go boss.
2 of them on the left. On the right.
That.
Jump off.
Nice.
Next pod.
Watch mines, guys.
Got 5 stacks, that's not good. You guys are killing us.
Somebody's gonna have to get in from it.
Okay, let's do it again.
You wanna wipe?
No, yeah, just wait.
Looks like I can reset the spell slot.
Oh.
Well, I don't have my spirit down, but.
Okay.
Just get a battlers up, please. How did the pods go? Did we get up to Ildale, or was it just mine state in the pod?
I was in the pod. I stole Zonder's spot by accident.
Zonder, did you get in the pod?
Yeah. Thereafter, once he left, then I went.
Ildale, did you get in the pod?
Not if you do.
Okay, so it's probably like a 3 rotation is fine unless we messed up. Yeah, so pretty much that's the fight. I mean, things don't really change aside from the small details between each sort of admiral, whatever person being up. But for the most part, that's the fight. I would like to say that if possible, Mal, if you can maybe get your personal portal to be right near blue. That way you can get close, you can immediately take it right away. That would be great. And then if we could basically get, and then I can just sprint to the other one. But it's really critical when you're moving across, you can't hit mines. Like I know in Heroic people just kind of like, don't really pay attention, but literally the mines just stack up and they do a lot of damage, so we have to be very cautious of it. Like we can have like a few, but you have to be very deliberate about moving around them. So in the second pod, really the only difference is that we're not going to have the ads anymore. The reinforcement type ads will still deal with the bats. But we just have to deal with the fuselage. We just have to have ranged pretty much near the shields when we pop them down. Let's just say that the off tank. Can I have it? Do you want to have the tanks do it, or do you want to have me do it? I can.
Probably better if you do it. 'Cause the more we start moving around, the more bombs.
That's fine. So I'll click on the thing, and yeah.
Are we cleaving off the boss onto the bats, or vice versa?
We just have to kill the bats before they extract someone. So as long as they're dead, do whatever you need to just to add additional damage. Yeah, I mean, well, the other thing is that in the first pod, the special ability that the person gets every 10 seconds or so is it's an AoE which causes damage and amplify to summons. So they are going to be much easier in the first one. They're going to take a bit more time on the second and third ones. Just be aware of that. But as long as they die, do what you will.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Damn, son.
pod.
Couple.
Careful of mines. Mind state. Jump in. Kill this power blast from melee. Careful of mines. Get underneath. Means you have to kill this. Working on the bats, please.
I'm out.
Zen was next.
What?
Can you tank the boss right up against the thing?
I really can't get any closer to the...
Drop all emitters over on the other side, please.
Need to kill that.
Couple.
Shit.
Next person. Lightning.
I got one.
Melee finish off the thing. Someone else has to defend the thing.
Lysine, you'll have to take third.
Okay.
Full aggro. Couple.
What are you attacking?
Getting out. Typically net.
Okay.
Okay, let's go again. Get white prevention.
Can we reset this with like a...
Yeah, if I don't die. There's some there.
Esha, so that's my first time in the pod. What should I do in there? What's the
You
rotation?
have 3 abilities. The first one is a spam ability that deals single target damage and then applies, I think, a stacking damage amplify. That should be on the boss.
Okay.
The second ability changes by the pods. The first pod is always going to be like an AoE, like a circle underground that deals damage and amplifies to summoned. On the second pod, it's going to drop the beacons, and on the third pod, it's going to drop an emitter that destroys mines.
So should I just be doing the second one to clear out stuff?
Yeah, if you're in the general pod, yeah, you should just put it. I would say clear out the area around where we are, or around the next pod.
And then the third one is what?
The third one is a long cooldown where you can instantly destroy a bat.
Okay, cool.
Primarily, as long as we have the damage on the boss the whole time, it will make the fight a lot easier. Which is really, I mean, we're doing fine in terms of the damage. In the execution, we just need to clean it up a little bit.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Come on.
Put him up. Next pod. Person playing.
Nice.
Come on.
Next person in the pod. Our next boss. Let's quick it, please.
Come on.
We're getting wrecked by the stun grenades.
Well, they should go out.
Kick.
Emitters near the tanks. Next person in, Zedwell.
Come on.
All emitters should be at the other place. Be at yellow. Quick last emitter. Where we're at. Get to the next one, right can assume, let's go to the pod first, please.
The boss first.
Finish Spyro. Don't trigger his mind.
Are you clicking the emitters?
I'm not looking at it. I'm going.
That was late.
Someone else in it?
Lyra. Jump on.
You say that was late, Asha? Do you mean the
Emitter?
Because like I do no one else is doing it, so just do it. Like that.
That's fine. I mean, it's. I'm dead and it's in a pod, so we need someone else to do it. So if you'd be willing to do it, that's great.
Yeah. How many seconds should we be doing it?
When it gets dark. Like, it gets dark about 5 seconds before.
We're on top here. Equal play.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm taking it now. Wait.
I have taken it out. Okay.
Let's wipe, let's do it again.
Can you get out?
I'm out. I'm gonna die.
Nice.
does any damage. Yeah.
Pretty hot. You saved me.
Like, when you say it's late, like, does it actually matter?
The thing needs to be up before it hits, I believe.
Like on that one, like where you called out it was late, I wrote it down before like it actually went off. So
Okay, I mean, maybe you got in time. I'm not sure if it'll one-shot us, or if there's other cooldowns rolling. Dropping a feast.
like I'm sure people are genuinely like in the vicinity of that bubble. So
My recommendation is for if people have immunities or can get out, if you have the stuns, do that. Otherwise, make sure if you have a stun, be on the very outside of it.
He still has only like 6 million damage, right?
Yeah, you won't die.
So any DR should work.
Do you guys need a weak R for moving out with stuns? I mean, the one I'm using is the air horn.
I mean, I linked an entire air suite for this.
Sure, but...
Did you link it again?
Is there any updates for that one?
I don't know.
It's gonna take a while to download, probably.
Just download that one. It's gonna do the MLG air horn if you get the debuff.
Does range do that?
Anyone can get it.
All I gotta do is get away from people. It's not that hard. Running go.
all right.
Let's push him in.
I'm stunned.
Drop off.
Wipe it, do it again. We lost 4 people in the first pod.
That was 100% my fault.
Just let it reset, don't run up bombs.
What's going on with stuff?
Oh no, damn.
Yeah, that was me. I had my stuff as proc and I was trying to move from the mine. I didn't realize how fast I was gonna go and I just kind of ran into 2 other ones.
them know what time it is. We came here to party, we came here to dance. You know that you're my girl,
5,
that
4,
man.
3,
This night
2,
going too good.
1.
Don't fall for the game. But I throw them away. But I know what it's gonna be. Airing out my history for you.
Someone get in the pod. Next person.
Flyer. Box.
Alright, I'm out.
Next person in.
Come on.
We're gonna switch to the next one soon. Don't hit mines.
Come on.
I'm out.
Jump off.
Need one more emitter by us.
Looking back.
Finish this pyromancer. Everyone just needs this pyromancer down.
I got the box. Done.
Just keep it kick. Have it follow it.
Someone blew up in there.
Reset. What was that?
Wait, so what happened there?
People are getting shocked. It's a combination of the blade storms are right in melee, along with the shock grenades and with the other damage, the fuselage damage. So it's basically the combination of which is taking a shit ton of damage. The I believe the fill guards will always pick random farthest targets. Third button, like I mentioned, is it kills bats instantly.
Yeah, use the sidebar if you're having trouble targeting them.
So we kind of need to bait out the whirlwind and then have people come in or have them be at the far back. and then people just need to make sure to get the stuff out. If you have strong cooldowns, get out altogether. If you have the stun grenade, if you have to be in it because you don't have a cooldown, be on the very edge of it. And then everyone else needs to just make sure not to be in the circles.
Keep the pyromancer.
Next person. Oh, I got in. I got stunned. Let's swipe it and do again. Wanna go over a few things. Aside from the fact that we're dying, we're also really behind on DPS. So, I think one of the unless you're in the second engineers one and you're dropping the shield generators, one of the most important things for anyone who's assigned to the pod is to keep the debuff up on the boss. It's an extra 50% damage, and it should pretty much be on the boss the full time. That's your one ability. You can spam it and you can get it up there very quickly. But really, that's sort of the first priority, is just to get that stacked up as high as you can. Obviously, like the second pod can always put an emitter down or a healing down. Can we get a repair bot?
Or did we fail that? Is that what you're getting at?
I'm looking at a couple attempts and it's just inconsistent where I can see it dropping off. Like I'm seeing it drop off for the bosses. So I just wanted to call it out.
1.
Go boss.
Next person.
Response.
Go boss.
Put him up.
Oops.
She's still here.
Dear.
Next pod. Next. Careful.
Don't cut base. Do thumbs.
Go boss.
The bats. Next person.
Boss.
What is
I'm out.
Next person. Drop the emitter.
Yep.
Boss.
Assuming command. We had 4 over here. That's too many. I'm in the pod.
Take when I get there.
I got some slams next.
We just lost all of our healers.
Reset.
Did we hit a mine there, or was that just a lot of damage from Blade Storm?
That wasn't a mine.
That was a lot of damage.
It was a combination of Blade Storm and the big AoE. So there's like 3 Blade Storms stacked up.
We had 3 stacks of the mine debuff when wipe was called too.
This is not a fight where it's necessary for you to be zoomed out. I'm just putting that out there. So if it's easier for you to play like really close in to dodge the mines, do so.
Does anyone
Good
know
play
for
for this
certain
person.
whether or not the engineer's pod, or no, if the beacon when it destroys the mines, if that blows them up as if someone hits them.
I think it's rid of the mines.
I believe it like disables them, like
That would
destroys
be
them. No.
pretty terrible if it did.
A couple pulls ago, I was destroying them like every time that came up, like 4 or 5 at a time, and we didn't wipe because of it. So I'm guessing we don't get the debuff.
Okay.
How frequently can you use that?
It's on the long cooldown, so I think it's like every 10 to 12 seconds.
Is it a large area?
It's like healing rain.
The reticle's super small though, which is annoying.
Very good.
No, I usually just do it around the group, and then I start doing it around the next spot.
Can we have ranged at least dot the fucking bats?
5, 4,
I'd appreciate it.
2, 1.
We should goddamn global.
Jump box.
Next person.
Couple of that.
Jump box.
Get him up.
We'll hold from spawning for 5 seconds.
Focus on these ads, just get these guys down for a little bit, get the bat down.
I'm out.
Next person.
There was a detonation on those. But someone didn't say it.
They stood a thing. Jump box.
Get in.
So we swapped to a kind of a V shape, so we're not going to trigger bombs next swap, which means the cone of death in front of him is a little bit bigger, so don't watch your standing melee.
basically just bracketing the point.
Another thing that's useful is, so in the first save your kill the bats when the fuselage is coming up, because that's the hardest time where melee can't hard swap to them. And then potentially in the first bat, if they're when it spawns like the two of them, killing the one on the outside edge may be efficient.
Someone here, I can't hear.
2, 1.
What?
Read mine.
I just had two spawn directly on top of me. Just leave. Nice.
It's stressing you out, Vixie. Why?
Next pod.
I'm dead. I need someone to take mine next.
Fire if I can.
I'm out.
Did it?
Next one. We only have two over here.
I'm next this time. But where to go?
Yeah, I'm already back.
Glad they made those pods green, or those traps.
out.
Reset.
Yep. So we need to make sure, see, we have one emitter, we have one shield, self-shield emitter over our blue. We're not going to be able to make use of it. We need to get three on blue, 3 on yellow. So let's just figure out how to do that. Mal can drop all 3 of them at blue, and then Zedwell can drop 3 at yellow, right?
I can do that. I was just, I was doing the bounce method, but I can swap it up.
Okay.
Razor, please work. Nice, dude.
I don't think so. Hey Poppins, let me throw out an idea here then. What do you say to me giving away like yeah. But you know raid bots? They're giving away like a month subscription to like that or something. Or a couple month subscriptions to those, like for higher sim rates and all that stuff. Because I know people love their sims. I was thinking that might be a kind of cool giveaway idea. Trying to teach Pixie how to sim. Means you need to help.
So remember, when we're at fuselage plus the mines, if you do not have a mine, if you don't have a stun bomb, you probably want to be right in the center. Don't be on the outside because that's where the people are running. You're gonna just die.
Sitting on the wood. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow it down, man. I just on my tempo.
Yes, but Poppins, Purists probably won't also be watching me do this. They already have these bosses down or something. And raid bots comes with the Discord part anyway. Like the guild.
Kill all these ads, just focus on the ads. Get him up.
It's down.
stun. I have a stun and grenade. Someone hit the emitter.
Getting
Did
it.
it? Someone.
I got it. We're gonna need like another one.
Did you have a healing? Can we just use healing link?
Yeah. And shout it too, the next one.
Next person. Get in the link. The ads.
Hit the pyro before.
Yeah, I can't
We're
believe.
just gonna a ton of bombs.
Yeah, I have no idea how Skid Steven does it. Well, that's why I've also been half streaming like PvP.
What's happening there?
I don't think we had a thing up bubble.
Okay.
I don't know. Eventually, I'll maybe have 20 people, depending on my rating.
I mean, we're losing a lot of people to Entropic Blast and Blade Storm. So are people not moving out after the fuselage is down? Was it during a fuselage?
No. That was my first hit.
I mean, for the most part, range should just be kind of here, right? Towards these spikes, and then you just move off when you get the mines, when you get the stun grenades. The other thing that may be beneficial, but this may just destroy mana, is just dispelling the debuff when the fuselage is coming as well. I don't know.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You will not walk away from. Hope you enjoy my inventions. Women, money, I'll be on it. You ain't like me, I'm dishonest. Parked the Bentley, then I locked it. Yeah, I thought I was being modest. I'm a rebel, I don't settle. You ain't on my level, make some trouble. If the gas you pedal, my neck so metal. East came with diamond, shiny yellow. Hey, I bet you can't do it like me. No, bet you can't do it overseas.
Go for it.
Girl didn't do it OGs. I bet you can't do it like me. Hey. I bet you can't do it like me. No, I bet you can't do it overseas. Take your man and do it OG. I bet you can't do it like me.
Drop off.
Range have to go up. Nice.
How these ads? Someone else click it, please.
Drop off.
Someone has to go in after Mel said it was dead.
I'll go.
Click it.
I can't. Someone do it. Someone do it. Shit, we got 2.
Drop off.
Okay, fuselage order for the shields are Asha, Vivic, and Monogatari.
Just take
Drop off. Okay, when I get there.
There's only 2 shields here.
Activating.
kill that back.
Boss.
Are you able to click the other one? Can't.
Grip the bat.
No, it's like on the bot.
I'm getting it. Dead though.
You want us to reset?
Yeah, I can't.
We just died it.
Somehow we got like 7 mines at once.
Well, Wowhead says that the mines explode after a certain amount of time and they have someone clear them.
Yeah, we're on the timer.
Yeah, and they're saying that it lines up with really high damage phases, so that's why you clear them, but...
At least on heroic, I believe they're 4 minutes.
I mean, in the first phase, we can easily clear them because, like, we have hero, we have like a ton of damage. We have like the first pod is like a ton of damage increase to ads as well. So like that's like the best time to like start clearing them, especially since they're the ones that are gonna detonate.
Yeah, I was clearing them, but I was having people run into them by accident, and we were getting like 3 and 4 stacks. So that was an issue.
Are they physical or magic damage?
It's magic. Fire damage.
It's raid wide though, that's the problem. So it's not
okay.
You can just clear it on your own.
2 stacks is very healable, but once it's like 4 or 5, it starts hurting.
So what do you want us to do? Do you want like a consistent 1 stack going on?
That would be ideal. But that's what I was saying. I was doing that, but we were getting like 3 and 4 by accident a lot of the time.
Yeah, I mean we have to be really demanding on people not to step on mines while you're doing it though.
I mean, the one guy's mind stays.
I mean, the problem is that people were popping them, so he wasn't able to pop them because he would pop one, and then people would pop it up to 4.
Yeah, if mine wants to just control it, that's okay. In that way, he can also stop popping them if someone fucks up.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Take your clothes and rip them off. Call these hoes and tip them to the You can tell them you are mine. Sick of games. No more time, let the thing. We live in an age where everything is staged, where all we do is fake our feelings. I've been scared to put myself so
Mindset. If you want to like orient yourself towards like the side that we're going to, it also prevents the chance of us like when we're transitioning over to like not step on a mud.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Can the pyromancers be gripped? Pod.
I can try. Drop off. My next one's out.
They're being summoned now. Kill these ads. Focus on the pyromancer, get the pyromancer down.
Do they blink out or something? Because they're all right on there right now.
They run position troops too. I don't know about the pyromancer.
Pretty sure encrypt their shock troopers, but they don't do much, so I don't think.
I'm not stunned.
David. I'm out.
Next person. Battle race, please. Try to put them in the middle of the room right behind us.
Do we have a third?
I can group pyromancers, but like I haven't seen any out yet. You said.
There's one right next to you. I don't see one. We need a third one by us.
I just mean like out of the group, like it needs to be gripped.
I had stun grenade.
Okay, here's one. I activated.
Kill these reinforcements.
That's done for me.
Kill the pyromancer.
Yeah, like this one, Red X. Probably far away from me now. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's really helpful.
I lost some guys. Got it.
Get under, guys.
Us?
Yo, what's up, joiner? I'm unable to take the call right now. Leave me a brief.
I'm stunned. I'm not sure.
Peace.
I got
Someone else.
I got it.
Okay.
Come on.
Watch mines when you're moving out.
I'm out.
Okay. So you want it behind, right?
Us?
You got it, Vivek?
Yeah, I'm inside, so you have to do it.
Get the fuck off of my dick, ho! I think you should know that you are under me. If anybody got a problem, tell them they can come to me. What the fuck?
Looks like the bubble expired like immediately before the Fusillade landed.
Yeah, Mimosas will run a cleave every few seconds. If you stand on the pod, you're gonna get hit.
Can't stand the heat, but you all up in the oven. I remember when I used to ball on a budget. Now wait a minute. Finally got some paper, wait a minute. And it don't really matter cause you still lame. No matter how much cake you got, it wouldn't make a difference. Side of all your rappers want free verses. But fuck about it here, this how I make a living.
The only mind stacks increase damage taken. First stack.
No. There's a debuff that you got. The other two shoot at you.
Okay, so you just died if you slowed because it's like I guess we mistimed it or something.
Five, four, three, two, one.
I don't know, dude. Someone else.
Do it enough here. I mean, it probably makes sense for us to wait till it's stacked up to 15. We're just sure everyone's blowing their cooldowns, not waiting for that.
We're gonna wait for 15. We could do that. Nice. Drop off.
Yes.
Drop off.
We did like 4 go out last time mind state, so you might want to do like maybe like 2 stacks.
We need to kill the reinforcements. Kill the pyromancer. Whoever's in the ship, focus on the pyromancer. Okay, next pod.
Drop off.
Can you battle as the other person? Try to get these pods in the same place if possible. Right on blue is the best mark.
Drop off.
Can we battle res Yak and can Ildale get up?
It's on cold.
Well, we don't have an emitter down. Can we get 3 emitters down at blue before we even worry about yellow? Because we just wiped because of that. That's fine. But we still need 3 here. So like the next person should be putting down.
No, I think he's trying to say that took him out.
I got in after him, but I didn't notice we didn't have a third one down on our side.
I believe the emitters are like an ally unit, so they'll be in green.
Fox.
Nice.
Come on.
We want to kill the next set. Kill the Pyromancer.
Yarn. Second.
He's going inside. Please don't break the lines.
Come on.
Battle is going, please.
Hey Mal, how many did you drop?
We have, you can start at yellow.
Go Fox.
I have stun grenade. You should be okay though.
Reckon we need one of yellow.
Kill the Pyromancer, please. Yakor, get over to the thing. Someone else click it.
I got it.
Okay.
These two.
Go Fox.
I need to go on.
Really good week, everyone. We're done for the night. We'll have a normal run tomorrow, if you'd like to come. I think Lai is putting together a normal as well.
This Friday it's gonna be ML. Not sure.
We're gonna do cooldown. Hey, Civic.
I'm excited. I'm gonna be here tomorrow. Yeah, I need a 955 convergence, so that'd be great. Oh yeah, dude, let's not go too crazy.
I've seen like 960 genome eradications, dude.
I don't use that trinket anymore. Do you?
Yeah, I would if I had like a high one.
I have a couple options outside of convergence, but they have to get pretty high in technical, which is stupid, but whatever. There's too much value in cooldown reduction.
Fountain actually in a high upper Kara, and it actually worked pretty well. It wasn't that bad. Load up for that silence stuff. Like 311. Like Elder right to one. They got it. Cool. It's a pretty decent then also, man. Portkeeper actually felt good. I like Portkeeper. Portkeeper I started to catch my rhythm was doing pretty big healing. Fuck, I tried to keep up with Jack, and I almost did, considering